Compound interest is calculated on all the money in an account at specific points in time. Each time interest is calculated, it is based on both the principal amount and any interest that was earned before. Mariana's grandfather invested $500 for her college tuition in a savings account when she was born. The account pays 5% compound interest every year. Before you start on this video, there's a few things you're going to want to have on hand. First off, make sure that you open up your 8-14 Student eTool because that's where we're going to be recording our work into your table that you're eventually going to need a screenshot of, along with the graph too, and that'll go down here. So get that open. Another thing that you're going to want is a calculator. I know you can use a calculator on the computer, but it's going to be a lot easier if you have one in your hand. So I feel like if you have a cell phone that you have a calculator on, this would be a great time to grab that. I know I have mine in my hand right now. So let's get started. So you already heard about Mariana's story with her grandfather saving her some money for college. So let's dig into that table that is here in Desmos. So starting with her initial value, it's $500 and she has zero total interest. To get from zero to $25 of total interest, if we look back in our problem here, it's showing that we're multiplying by 1.05 to get to each next amount or balance as the years passed. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to repeatedly multiply by 1.05. So coming back here, let's go to the balance and let's multiply 500 times 1.05. When you do that, you should have come out with $525. Okay, now take 525, multiply that by 1.05 again. You hit enter, you should get $551.25. Now take $551.25 and multiply that by 1.05. And let's see what you get. I got $578.81. Hopefully you did too. Okay, now take that number, 578.81, multiply by, you guessed it, 1.05, and you should get $607.75. I'm going to finish out years 5, 6, 7, and 8. You go ahead and do the same, and let's see if we get the same number for year 8. Alright, so I have my value for year 8. My balance is $738.73. Hopefully you have the same number. Now, going back to your work in 812 into the doc, it's asking you to complete that middle column, which we just did. And that middle column is showing us the account balance each year after the money was deposited using compound interest of 5%. So now explain in words how to find the new balance each year. So what process did we just use to find each new balance for each year as they passed? Pause your video and fill in the blank. Alright, now going back, our next part is to complete the total interest earned column. So this one, we started with $500. To get to that next year for balance, we added $25. So if we take $525 minus 500, you get 25. If we take $551.25 and subtract our initial balance, because we're looking for the total interest earned, we get $51.25. Let's do the same thing again. $578.81, subtract 500, and we get $78.81. Continue subtracting $500 from the balance to get your total interest. I'll meet you at year 8. Alright, I have, as of year 8, I have earned total interest amount of $238.73. Hopefully you have the same thing. Alright, once again, going back to your doc, this time they're asking you to describe in words how to calculate the total interest earned. So what method do we use to do that? Pause your video and type it in. Now this is where you're going to go back and you're going to take a screenshot of your Desmos table. So use that Control-Shift Pop-Tarts key if you have a Chromebook, or however you need to do it to get that in there and load that. In letter C, you're making a graph of the year and the total interest earned. So let's go back and look at how we're going to do that. We already have the graph turned on for the total interest, but for our balance, we just click right here on this circle. If we zoom out, we should see some red dots. Now here's something important to notice. You're going to be asked to give some observations and patterns from the table and the graph. And one thing I want you to look for, is this a constant rate? If it's not a constant rate, then you're not going to have a straight line. Is this a straight line, or do you see a slight curve? That's a big hint to you.